Okay, this video is not really about me, and so I'm trying to get myself out of it as much as possible. I am so sorry, and to anybody who's a whistleblower, for the video I just posted, because I realize there's some mistakes I made in terms of the verbiage. So I sort of made psychology sound as though it wasn't real, whereas psychology is real, and it has real consequences. We know from reading a little bit of the science that, you know, there are physical consequences, and people who speak up to power and lose their careers as a result of it suffer not only economically but also emotionally and physically as a result of that social impact. I mean, we are social organisms, most of us anyway. And that brings me to the other thing that I effed up, which was not recognizing the economic loss that you and your family experience as a result of having your career blown up, because you were willing to speak up to power and you didn't have enough people in your workplace who were willing to do the same, because they needed to protect their 401ks for whatever reason, which I understand, but I also don't understand. I'm very conflicted. Anyway, I had the same thing happen where I got blacklisted, and suddenly your choices economically are radically truncated. And so I trust what you're saying about the sensation, or I trust you, basically. I think that you probably are being blacklisted. That's most likely the case. That's most often the case. If you look at the literature on whistleblowers, they typically are blacklisted and their careers are devastated. And so now you have to sort of redefine yourself internally based on the disdain you have to deal with from other people who are fearful of losing their careers and their financial security. And all your inner voice that we all suffer with of insecurities, or most of us suffer with if we're not narcissistic. And on top of that, now you've got to reinvent yourself at the same time. And so to every whistleblower out there, you are suffering for good reason, and you have done a huge community service, and hopefully our social systems are in the process of changing such that future whistleblowers won't have to suffer what you suffered. And whatever you're feeling and experiencing, other people might call it paranoia. Don't listen to them, and allow yourself to suffer and be fragile for a long, well, at least, well, maybe not a long period of time, but whatever period of time you need. And yeah, I salute you, respect you, and support you, for whatever that's worth.